Hello guys, I'm Tim Langston with Red Dog Bushcraft. Thanks for joining me for another video. Eastern Virginia has been plagued the last several days by major storms. Thunderstorms bringing hail, wind, even some spin-off tornadoes, hardened traffic. Been a lot of destruction here, especially at my house. I'm standing in front of a large pile of debris that come out of my backyard. I'm going to take you around the neighborhood, show you some of the damage. But where there's destruction, there's also opportunity, and we'll discuss some of those. Here we have a beautiful willow tree that we have some large branches that were torn from the tree. You know, I've been wanting to make a willow basket ever since I saw one at the Pathfinder Spring Gathering. I think I'll collect up some of this willow and we'll make a basket later. Alright guys, well I got us a bunch of this willow back here at the house, and I'm going to strip that down and get it all ready, and we're going to see if we can't make a basket out of this stuff today. Alright, we've got all of our material stripped down now, and it is still pretty flexible. So I'm going to find 6 or 8 of these and we'll lay them out, and that'll be the sides of our basket, and then we'll start weaving in between them. So I'll pick out a few of those and be right back. Alright, I've trimmed up a couple, and what I've done is I've got 4 of, I guess, what you would call the ribs of the basket. I've got those laid down here, and I'm going to take 4 more and I'm going to lay them on top to where they're crossed. And then I'm going to start my weaving with another one, and I'm just going to use a full piece of the willow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap under and over. Under and over, under and over, until I get these bound up. Now once I get these where they're together, and I'm not really worried about keeping them straight, there'll be time for that in a minute. But once I get it held together, then I'll start separating them, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, I have 3 wraps on either side of my 4 stays. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate, and I'm going to go in between each pair, and that'll separate out these and start to give me some distance that I can weave between. I'll go ahead and start that, and after I get a couple in here and you can see them, I'll save you the boredom of all of that. I'll be right back. Okay, I've gone in and out 3 times once again, and as you can see, I have now pairs that have begun to separate. What I'll do now is I'll start weaving in between every other stay, and we'll do that until we have formed the bottom of our basket. Okay, as you can tell, the bottoms are all locked in now. We're going in between every other piece of willow. And as we're doing that, these branches are starting to naturally want to curve up. Now as I run out of willow and I feed another piece in, I just start a couple of ribs back or stays, and as I feed it, I try to start going back and forth between these. If I was going over this one, I try to go under it. And I also broke off one of these so that I have an odd number going around, so every other one it'll be pulling these up, and we'll start to get a natural curve and starting to form the basket now. We're going to finish this off now by simply wrapping a couple of vines all the way around the top to give us an edge. Okay, the vine thing didn't work out, so I just used the last piece of willow here, and what I'm doing is I'm wrapping around the last 2 pieces of willow that I used to wrap around the stays, and that's going to finish off our basket. Okay Dave, you didn't say it had to be pretty, you just said it had to be functional. Well, I don't know what I'd use to carry in it, but it would certainly carry something. So, thanks for joining me. This has been Tim Langston with Red Dog Bushcraft. God bless.